In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 best places to visit in New Zealand, so before starting this video, please like this video, and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. Comprised of two main islands, North Island and South Island, New Zealand is an incredible destination to discover. Packed with unforgettable landscapes, breathtaking scenery, and an unparalleled combination of lakes, mountains, and lush greenery, the island nation has to be seen to be truly understood. New Zealand pretty much needs to be on your list if you're at all an adventure sports enthusiast, or even if you're just interested in trying them out. Bungee jumping, mountaineering, skydiving, paragliding, mountain biking, kayaking, canyoning, parachuting, caving, ziplining. Let's just say that the list is endless when it comes to what outdoor activities you can get up to in this far-flung destination. You can get to grips with adventure sports in Queenstown, surrounded by mountain and lake scenery. Then there's the dramatic Fjordland, part of the landscape that made up Peter Jackson's movie interpretation of Middle-earth for Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. You can even visit the Shire. Get to know Maori culture at Rotorua, and if you're missing city life, head to sunny Auckland, the largest city in New Zealand. Here's a list of the top 10 best places to visit in New Zealand. Let's start. Number 10. Stewart Island. Stewart Island is the third largest island of New Zealand, and it is found even further south than South Island. Most of the island is forested and undeveloped, with over 80% of the island is set aside as the Raikura National Park, giving you the chance to explore the wild side of New Zealand. Most of the pastimes on Stewart Island have to do with the outdoors, including hiking, camping and birdwatching. One of the most popular treks on Stewart Island is the Northwest Circuit, which can take several days to complete for even the fittest hikers. However, the trek offers spectacular views and access to amazing wildlife. Number 9. Bay of Islands. The Bay of Islands is one of the best places to go in New Zealand for fishing, sailing, and other water sports. The Bay of Islands is about 3 hours by car from Auckland. This gorgeous region is made up of 144 islands between Cape Brett and the Pureroa Peninsula. What's there to do in the Bay of Islands? Get on or in the water. Try scuba diving with Paihia Dive's Intro to Diving course. You will be ferried far out into the bay to explore a whole new underwater world. Get up close and personal with the marine life in the Bay of Islands on a Fuller's Great Sights hole-in-the-rock dolphin cruise. On a good day, you'll see both whales and dolphins on this cruise. The cruise will take you to one of the Bay of Islands' most famous sites, the Hole in the Rock. You can sail through this unique opening in a rock formation when the tide is right. Number 8. Nelson. At the top of the South Island is Nelson, a spot known for having the greatest number of sunshine hours per year in all of New Zealand. This great climate and the fact that the city is surrounded by 3 national parks makes Nelson a fantastic spot for outdoor recreation. There is also an emphasis on local agriculture and the area's wineries. Founders Park is an amazing spot in the city where you can dine on local farm-to-table cuisine and soak up the sunshine right in the heart of an urban area. You can even do a day trip to Abel Tasman National Park from Nelson using an early bus, which give you just enough time to enjoy the park. Number 7. Milford Sound, New Zealand. Rudyard Kipling called Milford Sound the 8th wonder of the world, and if you visit this region of New Zealand, you'll see why. Formed by glaciers during the Ice Age, the landscape around Milford Sound still bears evidence of its creation in the form of epic scenery. Cliffs rise from fjords crowned by mountains and waterfalls. The best way to see Milford Sound is via boat. Take a sightseeing cruise on the fjord to see waterfalls and wildlife such as dolphins and penguins. Or navigate the waters under your own steam on a kayaking tour. Once you've experienced the water from the surface, go underneath with a visit to the Milford Discovery Center and Underwater Observatory. Number 6. Glacier Country. Glacier Country is found on the western coast of South Island, and its jewel is the Westland National Park. In the park, you'll have the chance to see the country's 2 most spectacular glaciers, Franz Joseph Glacier and Fox Glacier. Franz Joseph Glacier is one of the most accessible glaciers on the planet, meaning that you can actually walk up to the glacier and even through the glacier valley itself. Guided tours give you a closer look at the expanding glaciers, and you can relax after a day of hiking by soaking in the incredible glacier hot pools. Number 5. Auckland, New Zealand. As both the largest city in New Zealand and its international air travel hub, Auckland is one of the best places to go in New Zealand. Many international flights arrive in New Zealand through Auckland Airport, which makes it an ideal city from which to start your exploration of New Zealand. Spend at least a day or two in Auckland to get over your long flight and explore the vibrant metropolis before venturing farther afield in New Zealand. Get some culture by visiting one of the many museums in Auckland, such as the Auckland Art Gallery. This is the largest art institution in New Zealand, featuring more than 15,000 works of historic, modern, and contemporary art. Number 4. Queenstown. On New Zealand's South Island is Queenstown, a destination known as the dream spot for those in search of adrenaline and adventure. Surrounded by the towering peaks of the Southern Alps, and right on the banks of deep blue Lake Wakatipu, Queenstown is also an incredibly beautiful spot. One of the best ways to experience the scenery is on Lake Wakatipu itself. You can cycle around the lake's perimeter or set off on a cruise of the lake's magnificent waters. There is also a vibrant nightlife with the town's small central area packed with bars and restaurants. Number 3. Waihi Island, New Zealand. Just a little more than 30 minutes by boat from downtown Auckland is Waihi Island, one of the best places to go in New Zealand for wine lovers. For a small island in the middle of Hauraki Gulf, Waihi Island shore is home to a lot of vineyards. To sample as many of them as you can on your visit to Waihi Island, you'll want to find someone else to drive. Our pick is Waihi Island Wine Tours, whose expert local guides will shuttle you around to 3 vineyards to sample 14 different wines. All that wine from the vineyards of Waihi Island will make you hungry. When it's time to eat, book your lunch or dinner at the Mudbrick Vineyard Restaurant, a gorgeous eatery with sprawling views of the vineyard and the sea. For a really special meal, book the Mudbrick Vineyard Restaurant's tasting menu, a 7-course event with wine pairings. Number 2. Christchurch, New Zealand. Despite being rocked by 4 large earthquakes between September 2010 and December 2011, Christchurch has made a true comeback. Visitors to Christchurch will see evidence of the city's rebirth everywhere, including new buildings made out of old shipping containers and other unique materials like the cardboard cathedral. Of course, many of Christchurch's original attractions are still standing. One of the best places to visit is the Christchurch Botanic Gardens, a sprawling network of conservatories, walking tracks, and horticultural displays. The gardens also feature some of the largest, tallest, and oldest trees in New Zealand. Take in the new and the old of Christchurch from above with a journey on the Christchurch Gondola. This cable car lifts you on a scenic ride to the top of Mt. Cavendish. Number 1. Franz Joseph Glacier, New Zealand. You can hike an actual glacier in New Zealand. The Franz Joseph Glacier plays host to both guided walks and jaw-dropping helicopter tours. Tours offer everything from ice climbing to a more relaxed hike on the 6.8-mile-long glacier. Won't you be freezing on top of a giant glacier? Nope. The Franz Joseph Glacier receives a lot of sunlight, and temperatures on the ice are usually only a few degrees colder than in the nearby town. Cap off a day touring the Franz Joseph Glacier with a soak in the glacier hot pools. The pools are fed by the waters from the Franz Joseph Glacier, and you can use one of the 3 warm pools or get a private pool. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.